This is Spencer Charnas, and you're listening to House of Ghouls.
Want to play a game? There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
Welcome to another episode of House of Ghouls Horror Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Ian VanGhoul, and I'm joined as always by my best friends and co-hosts, Colby Does Horror and Crystal at Horror Nights In. What's up, friends? How you doing this week?
I'm good. Excited to be here. I should have had like a Red Bull or coffee, but I'll make it through.
Same. I'm tired as fuck, but I'm excited as always.
That's what's up. So before we get into the episode, make sure that you're following us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, and Patreon. Shout out to Ghoulie Jolie. We're available on all audio platforms and YouTube. Give us a 5-star rating, leave a review, a comment, a like, a share. Any and all are appreciated. All that said, we have a stacked episode for you today. So let's get right into the scary movie news.
Scary movie.
So everyone's favorite Michael Myers impersonator, Mr. Rowan Campbell, will be playing everyone's favorite homicidal Santa Claus in a remake of the 1984 classic, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now, the film is from our friends at Cineverse and Bloody Disgusting, and it's officially in production right now. It's set to hit theaters on December 12th. So I'm stoked for this news. I think Rowan is a great choice for the role, and it's going to be a blast. What do you guys think?
I'm pumped because I fucking love Halloween Ends and I love Rowan Campbell, so I'm excited.
As soon as I read the news the other day, I was like, Colby's gonna be so excited. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. They do like to remake all the old classics though, which I'm okay with as long as it's good. I'm confident in it. I love that movie. I feel like it's so campy, but it's still so gory. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with it. When is it hitting theaters?
December 12th.
Oh, nice.
Of this year?
Yep.
Fuck.
Right? Yep. They just started production this week, so
That
should be
might
good.
that might be the news I was excited for. I can't remember.
Maybe. Oh, if not, maybe I got some other news in here.
Yeah, we'll see.
So speaking of remakes of cult 80s horror films, news dropped this week that Ryan Gosling is apparently on board to produce a new Killer Clowns from Outer Space film for Amazon MGM Studios. Now, as of right now, it's referred to as a remake, but there's no actual details yet. So the Chiodos brothers have been trying to get a sequel made since the late 80s. I'm hoping that they are involved in this, but again, there's no details yet. But yeah, apparently Ryan Gosling working on a Killer Clowns movie. So how do we feel about that?
I'm cool with it. I love Ryan Gosling too.
Me too.
Um, what was I gonna say? I didn't know Ryan Gosling was like a horror fan, I guess. I hope it actually comes to fruition because, like you said, they've been trying to do this for a really long time. So it'll be cool to actually see what they do with it.
I'm
Yeah.
upset that the Wolfman, how it was originally planned. I would have really liked that.
Hmm.
I agree.
I did like the guy who did play the Wolfman though. But I would have rather seen Ryan Gosling still.
Absolutely agree. So in other news, if you all checked out our episode a few months back with the legendary Stuart Ortiz, you may recall us talking about a little film he made called Strange Harvest. Now, we're huge fans of the film. We've been anxiously awaiting for the film to find distribution, and I'm happy to announce that it has officially happened. So Saban Films have acquired the North American rights to the film, and a summer release is planned. There's no other details announced yet, but as always, we will be sure to keep you updated as announcements are made. But I'm stoked for this. I can't wait for people to finally fucking see it.
Crystal, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
Mhm.
it's so fucking good.
So good and so creepy.
It's creepy as fuck. People ain't ready for Mr. Shiny.
I don't
Oh.
think they're ready for it either. It is so. I remember after I watched the screener, I messaged Stuart on Instagram and I was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, I'm pumped for the public to see this finally because I mean everybody who's seen it has nothing but great things to say. Everybody's been hyping it the fuck up because it is one that like Grave Encounters was a fucking masterpiece, but I definitely prefer this one over Grave Encounters. Well, let me rephrase that. Grave Encounters 2 was a fucking absolute masterpiece.
Grave Encounters too. Oh my gosh, that one's wild.
I love both of them, but I like the second one even better.
I'm with you.
Remember we told Stuart that we liked the second one better? He's like, well, I never fucking heard anybody say that, but
I think he thought we were trolling him.
no, I'm dead serious. I love it.
Yeah, I do prefer the second one. But yeah, but no, Strange Harvest fucking rips, and hopefully you all will be able to see it this summer.
Definitely have to bring Stuart on for its release so Crystal can have a chance to chat with him too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It was so fun. He's such a nerd too. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's so nice.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So nice.
Absolutely.
He's a little guy like Ian.
That's what's up.
Short Kings.
Represent. Short Kings represent. Let's go. So if you thought we could go a week without talking about a child story turned horror movie, well, you're wrong. So the latest property to get a horror adaptation is Aladdin. So Aladdin, the Monkey's Paw, was announced this week. Bradley Stryker, so the bartender from Terrifier 3, is directing and starring in this film.
No shit.
Yeah. So it's about a modern day Londoner, Aladdin, inherits an ancient monkey's paw believed to grant wishes, only to discover that every desire comes at a soul crushing price. Now, as those around him fall victim to its curse, he must confront a growing evil, and the demonic force feeds on every wish made. So it sounds like we're getting a new Wishmaster movie that also doubles as an Aladdin movie, which also doubles as a Monkey's Paw movie. So fuck it, I'm in. How do you guys feel about this?
I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see it. When I first saw it, I was like, wait. Monkey's Paw, Monkey. I was like, we already have the monkey. Monkey's Paw is like Jordan Peele's production company. Like, what is all of this? And I was like, oh, it's Aladdin. So then I figured it out. Yeah, I mean, sure, why not? That's how I feel about all these now. I'm just like, fuck it. Let's just do it. Fine, I'll watch it.
In all honesty, like I heard about it being rebooted and I was like, of course I'm gonna fucking watch it. But hearing the plot and who's in it, I'm actually pretty excited now.
Yeah, I'm stoked to check it out. And I mean, it sounds literally like a Wishmaster movie, and I love Wishmaster, so
Yeah, me too.
I'm all about it. So, our intro to this episode was provided by the legend himself, Spencer Charnas, frontman of Ice Nine Kills. So, Spencer has something pretty exciting in the works. Now, he has co written a script with Broken Lizard's Paul Soder, and it's called The Slashing of the Christ. Now, there aren't any details as to the plot, but Greg Nicotero will be producing the film. And honestly, I'm all in. Like, it's already my most anticipated movie of whatever year it's being released. So I am here for it.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about anything. I'm here. I'm seated. I'm locked in.
I saw it on his Instagram the other day and I was like, what is this? I was like, I don't even know what this is. I was like, I'm just gonna keep liking it. I
Mhm.
kept liking it.
I didn't know if it was going to be like a merch drop, a song.
Right.
I kind of thought a movie, but I was like, slashing the Christ, so it might piss some people off. But that, like, it was the last thing I thought, but it was what I wished the most.
Absolutely. Yeah, Spencer and that title. I'm sold.
Yeah,
Everything else is
dude.
just an
And
added
Broken
bonus.
Lizard, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope it's campy as fuck, like Club Dread.
Yes.
I
I
love
have a
Club
feeling
Dread.
yeah, I have a feeling it'll be more in line with that. But yeah, I can't wait. Like I don't need a trailer, I don't need images. Just give me a release date and I'm there.
Absolutely. 100% agree.
And finally in news, Cineverse just dropped a brand new teaser trailer today for The Toxic Avenger. I can't fucking wait for this movie. It hits theaters on August 29th. I'm so ready. I need it. I need it now.
I'm sick of talking about it. I've been ready for fucking years.
Right? Absolutely.
I actually had no idea what it was until I watched your video on it where you reacted to the trailer and I was like, huh, okay.
Have you ever seen the original?
I don't think so. Cause
Oh,
yeah. Cause I was like, I kept seeing everyone talk about it and I was just like, I was like, oh, is this like an Avengers movie? And then when you did the trailer reaction, I was like, no, this is completely different. This is not anything that I thought it was gonna be about.
It's just like the Avengers, but complete opposite.
Yeah. I got from your trailer reaction.
it's it's like an 80s trauma film and it's fucking wild. But that's why everybody's so excited about it because they brought it back and the cast that they have attached to it is absolutely insane. So, and they were having trouble finding because it was released at Fantastic Fest 2 years ago. People saw it then, but nobody would pick it up because of what's the word for it, Ian?
Like marketing or
Marketing, it kind of its subject matter. Like they can't fucking promote this movie and shit. It's just stuff like that. But it is what I hear and what I see from everything. It stays very true to its 80s and trauma style. So I don't know. I'm not sure if it's one that you dig, Crystal, but it's definitely one you should check out.
You know, the amount of horror movies that I've watched because of you two, absolutely I will watch it, so it's fine.
yeah, like
That's fair.
the original is very much like an acquired taste because it is very much an 80s trauma movie. It's pretty much the essential 80s trauma movie.
Mhm.
But yeah, this one it has that feel, but I love that they're changing things up and it looks like you saw the newest Street Trash, right, Crystal?
hmm
So
Yeah.
it feels like it has more of a feel like that, like a vibe like
Okay.
that,
Okay.
just judging from what I've seen. So yeah, I'm completely sold. I'm here for it and I can't wait. So with all that said, what did we watch this week?
I just got back from Sinners.
Is it the best movie ever made?
It's I wouldn't say it's the best movie ever made, but the one word that comes to mind is masterpiece.
Really?
It's fucking good. And I was kind of worried seeing everybody hyping it the fuck up and everything,
hmm
like hella hyping it up, and it still exceeded my expectations.
Oh yeah.
I
I
didn't
mean,
even do my review yet because I want to sit on it for a whole night and everything. But what I have written down, I'm really happy with.
nice. I'm gonna try and see it in the morning.
Yeah, it's I don't even know what to say. Like honestly, I'm still like speechless. But Crystal, have you watched the full trailer?
No, because like I was telling you guys earlier, I thought it was an action movie. I didn't even know it was a horror skewed anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly couldn't even tell you what it was about. Um, I've got like I've seen some people review it, but like I kind of don't want to even look into it at all because I don't know anything about it. I'd rather just go to the movies and be like, oh, okay, this is what this is about. So, because I kind of like doing that instead of like before I go see something.
Okay,
So
cool.
probably
There
that.
there's not really any like big spoilers, I guess. But I mean, if you don't know what it's about, then it's probably gonna fucking blow you the fuck away.
Yeah. I think I have I think I kind of know what it's about, but like I don't even want to say it because I don't want you to confirm or deny it. Like I'd rather
Mm-hmm.
just go and then be like whether it was right or wrong. So,
And like the trailer didn't hide what it's about or anything, so like everyone that watched the trailer they already know, but it's fucking good. So I watched Sinners last night. I started the Conjuring tapes. What I've seen so far, I fucking love. Did you watch it yet, Ian?
Not yet, no.
Dylan Brown has a cameo.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So Dylan Brown has a cameo. I was like laying in bed watching it, and I sat up and did the Leo meme. I was like, Dylan. But yeah, every time I put it on, I'm just tired as fuck. So I'm gonna try to finish it tonight. I think I'm on segment because it's an anthology. So I think I'm on segment 3, and I really dig it. It's really cool. It's got like the same uh subtle comedy as the Christmas tapes. So it's really cool. And one part did make me jump really bad. And then before that, I watched a new one called Desert Fiends, which was like the Toxic Avenger meets The Hills Have Eyes. It was fun. I liked a lot about it. There's a lot I didn't like, but it's definitely worth a watch. I watched Ed Kemper. That was from Dread Central. Obviously, it's about Ed Kemper. But also another one really surprised me. Really enjoyed it. And then I didn't get a lot in this week because I was sick as fuck all weekend and then throughout the week. And I didn't even want to watch anything. But when I did start feeling better, when I was still like bedridden, I just threw on a comfort movie and I watched Three Kings.
Oh yeah.
So I fucking love that movie.
Fucking
But
great.
those are my watches.
Crystal, what'd you watch?
I watched the whole new season of Black Mirror. Um, I watched what else did I watch? Oh, today I watched Sugarcane. Um, what the heck else did I watch? Oh, Opus. Have you guys ever heard about that
Oh,
movie?
I saw what it is. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I watched that. It was okay. Um, I wish it was a little gorier though, which is crazy coming from me, I know, because I don't really like gore that much, but I could have done a little bit more. Um, I watched an old movie from 1992 called Ghost Watch.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'd never seen it before.
I've never seen it, but I saw that you watched it and it made me laugh.
Yeah, I'd never seen it before. It was really cool. Um, Oh, I also watched two movies on Tubi. One was called Deer Camp 86, which I think that you guys would like.
Love Deer
Love
Camp.
it.
I knew it.
Yep.
I just
Okay.
I didn't put it on my list, but I put it on like a couple days ago just for background noise when I was cleaning my room.
I was as soon as I was watching it, I was like, they would love this movie. They would think it's so funny. But
It,
it's funny because it's not super like I liked it's like you didn't really see like a lot of the gore and the creature, but
mhm.
the group, the friends, I was like, these guys, they're literally just drinking beer and throwing up. And I was like, I feel like Ian and Colby would love this movie.
Yeah, I really
Absolutely.
dig that movie.
That's one of the very few that like I like every single like of the main characters in a movie.
Mhm. Even that one piece of shit, what's his name, Bo?
I
I
don't
don't remember.
remember. Was it the guy who was in the military? Was it that one? Oh, no, no.
The,
Wait, which
the,
one are you
the
talking
like
about?
bigger dude.
Oh, no, he was like my favorite. He was so
That dude's funny.
Yeah, it's
so
funny as
funny.
fuck.
He kept saying, it's like to the one guy, he's like, "What's your sister's name?" or something. So funny. Um, and then I watched there was another one on Tubi's called Mr. Creep. It was very, very low budget found footage horror movie that was actually pretty fucking creepy. And it was only about like over an hour long. Um, it was really good. It was pretty good. Like it was creepy. Like it was this guy, he had like a clown mask on. Um, like I said, very found footage. Like the whole concept was just really cool and I didn't expect it. So,
Yeah, I dug that one.
right, isn't that kind of cool? Like I was very pleasantly surprised because you could just tell that it was all very amateur. But for a lower budget horror movie, it was cool because I feel like in those lower budget horror movies, you kind of only have like maybe one to two locations max. But in this one, there's like three to four different locations and they're all really cool. So I liked that a lot. Um, I think that's all that I watched this weekend. And then I'm currently watching American Psycho 2.
I forgot one. I watched one called There Are Monsters. That one fucking blew me the fuck away.
Is that the one that's on YouTube?
Yeah, that's the found footage one on YouTube I sent to you guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, check that
Again,
out.
super low budget, like you were talking about Mr. Creep, but it did everything so fucking right. It had good scares. It had a really good story too. And yeah, it's one I highly recommend. And that's one too that it did pretty good for views, and I don't think I had any negative comments on it for like people that have seen it.
Hell yeah.
I was very surprised. Even Brian, the found footage guru, said how much he fucking loves that movie
Mhm.
Damn.
because
Fucking Brian stamp of approval.
he always makes fun of my found footage pics. Always judges me. Scottish fuck. I love you, Brian.
All right. Well, I kicked my week off with The Last of Us season 2 premiere.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about it.
Mm-mm.
Did you like it? What did you think of it?
I liked it.
I liked it. I didn't love it. Crystal, did
Um,
you watch it?
So I don't think I ever finished the first season, just because I think it was almost finished with it, and then I don't think I was a fan of where the story was going. So I was like, I'll just watch it in a little bit or like next week, and then next week turned into like never watching it. So I don't think it's one of my, I don't know. I don't really like it.
That's fair.
Ian, have you played the games?
Yes.
So you know what's going to happen.
Yes.
Do you think it's going to happen next episode or at the last episode?
No. I'll be shocked if they even put it in this season. I think they're going to drag it out until at least next season,
Man.
or it'll be like the finale.
Doesn't it happen like right at the beginning of
Uh-huh.
the second game though?
Yeah.
Because they've been so accurate with the whole game,
Mhm.
and then until this. So
Yeah, and that was my complaint. My main complaint was that they showed Abby and her crew
mhm.
prior to the time jump. And on one hand, I get it, like it's a show, they have to like build stuff up in a different way. But like I was really looking forward to like how that all plays out, and
Right.
like the feelings you get towards Abby, because you don't understand exactly what the story is yet. So I did really dislike that they showed that within like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I get that.
And then I knew that big event wasn't going to happen in the first episode. So
Yeah, I
that was
knew.
fine. But I needed something exciting. Like we had like the grocery store thing, which was cool, but like that just felt like another, scene. Like there was nothing like big and exciting about this episode, like for a premiere. So it kind of, I don't know, it almost kind of bored me for a bit until Catherine O'Hara showed up.
Oh, it was so cool seeing her.
Yeah, and she killed it. Like,
She's
she was by far
also
my favorite.
she's also in a show I'm watching right now called The Studio.
Oh, okay.
The Seth Rogen show.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But no, I completely agree. I know that they're going to do it, but I really hope they don't wait until season 3, because it is going to feel like it's just being dragged and dragged and dragged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and like I love the dance scene too. The New Year's dance
Mhm.
like was beautiful, and it's straight from the game. Like anytime they take scenes from the game, they fucking kill them. Like they're great.
I love that Crystal has no idea what we're talking about.
I'm just making notes.
No, and I'm saying though, like if you stick with this show and see what we're talking about, it's gonna fuck you up.
I mean, so I know about the video game because I've watched
Mhm.
video game play.
So do you know what happens to Joel?
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
so I don't think that they're gonna do that thing anytime soon.
Mm-mm.
Because if there's people that are watching this show that don't know anything lore of the game, then they're not going to be happy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So they're going to prolong that for as long as they can.
Yeah, but
My
not,
opinion.
but I think that's gonna piss everybody who is like diehards of the game. They're like, this is what they're
Right.
fucking waiting for.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, and I feel too like again, like I get it, and I'm not expecting them to do it anytime soon. But without them doing that, everything that we go through up to that point, like most of it's flashbacks in the game, and that makes it that much more effective. So if we're just going in normal time through the show, I feel like it's not gonna, even like the really impactful scenes aren't going to be as impactful as they would be without that pivotal point, like being there already. But I mean, I love the first season. I love everything about the first season. So like I'm still in it to win it. I think they're gonna, they're still gonna kill it, but I just had some complaints with that first episode for sure.
No, very valid. Very valid.
So from there, I watched The Monkey, finally.
I saw that.
Fucking loved it. It was so much fun.
You had that popcorn bucket for so long, you didn't even see the movie.
I know. And then after watching it, I was like, I should not have this popcorn bucket. This thing's kind of scaring me. It was so fun though. It was such an Ian movie.
Yeah, it's
I
a good
loved
time. Did you like that one, Crystal?
Yeah, it was almost like it was like a movie, but it was like it's like it was made for the gore scenes, if that makes
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like you were just like you kind of had to just like go into the movie and just be like, okay, I have no expectations for this. I know it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be off the wall. And that's kind of how I felt when I watched it.
Yeah,
It's
I absolutely loved it, but I completely understand anyone who does not love it at all. Like it makes sense.
yeah, it was like the first watch, it was so fucking fun. Second watch, it was still good, but not as good because the best thing about that movie is the just random deaths out of fucking nowhere.
That's
Mhm.
fair.
But I mean, I still love it.
So then I watched A Most Atrocious Thing.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
So it is a think like kind of zombievers, but with deer.
No
So there's
way.
so there's like infected deer, and these group of friends go out to essentially like a cabin in the woods to go hunting, uh, shoot a deer, and eat the meat, and then become infected, and turn into zombies. Like it's not quite on the level of like peak perfect, perfection as zombievers, but it's up there. It's a good time. So yeah, that's another it's just a stupid fun movie. I really loved it.
Hell yeah.
In the non-horror category, I checked out The Surfer, the new Nicolas Cage movie that comes out on the 2nd. That movie's a fucking trip. It was not what I was expecting, but I fucking loved it. Either of you got to check it out yet?
Mm-mm.
No, I that's one that keep seeing everybody talk about, but once again, don't know what it's about. All I know is that Nick Cage is in it. That's it.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah. Yeah, he does not disappoint. It might be like his best performance yet. And I know that's saying a lot, like as a huge Nicolas Cage fan, but like he fucking kills it.
Damn.
And it's if you see the trailer, you're expecting one thing and you get it to a degree, but there's so much more than that. Like it's wild. So I won't say anything else. Just let you guys experience it for yourselves.
Is it like John Wick but stoner instead? Like stoner surfer?
No, that's what I was expecting. Like a revenge movie with Nicolas Cage.
I haven't seen any trailers or anything, but like I
Okay.
saw like stills, so that's like, oh, that's probably what it's gonna be about. But that's
Yeah.
cool.
No, it's like I said, there's a little bit of that, but it's something else completely. And then I wrapped up the week with a movie called The Good Things Devils Do. And that is a movie that is probably unlike anything else I've ever seen because I both loved and hated it at the same time. So it has Bill Oberst Jr. in it, Linnea Quigley, and Kane Hodder. And it's on one hand, it's a super fun, campy, bloody, gory mess of a movie. And on the other hand, it's like this like almost kind of parody spoof of horror, but it's like a scene by scene type of deal. Like it's not just like kind of split where it just changes directions all of a sudden. It's like one scene is gnarly, the next scene's really fucking dumb. And it was a weird experience. But Kane Hodder just plays a normal dude, like
like the dad in Hatchet.
I mean, yeah, essentially. But like he's a bad guy, but he's just normal. He's not,
Oh fuck.
he's not a monster or Jason or anything. But it might be like his most evil character. Like it's the things he says and
That's
does
saying a
are
lot.
straight. Yeah, like the things he says and does are straight out of a splatterpunk novel.
Mm.
And I loved that character. Like it's a terrible character as a person, but I love that character. Like I wish that was the whole movie.
Is it on Tubi?
Yes.
Fuck, I might have to watch it.
But yeah, like I love Bill Oberst Jr., Linnea Quigley, and Kane Hodder. Like I said, there's just scenes that are just like really fucking dumb. But there's also scenes that are really fucking awesome. So it's a 50-50, but I enjoyed it overall.
Cool.
So from there, what did we read?
I read two. I read The Firecracker Kings by PC3. And then I can't remember the author's name, but I just finished one called Incel. The cover looks like Harry Potter. But
What?
I wasn't like excited for Incel because I didn't think I would like the subject matter and shit. And I was pleased because it was, but it wasn't to like that extreme for like no fucking reason type of deal, you know? But yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised by Incel.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Did you read anything this week, Crystal?
Yeah, it's not a horror book though. It's more of a probably a book that Colby's wife would like.
One of them fuck books.
No, it's not actually. I still think that she would like it. It's called, I don't even know. I think you pronounce it Gothicania or something. It's basically kind of like a grown-up, it's like a mix of like Beauty and the Beast, Twilight, and Harry Potter. I don't really know how to explain it other than that, but it's pretty good so far.
A wild combination.
Yeah, like I'm on like chapter 8, I think, and it's all happening in this big huge mansion and but it's a school.
Like Hogwarts.
Yeah, that's what it's kind of reminds me of a little bit, but like they're not kids. So, I don't know. It's pretty good so far.
Oh yeah. So I read 3 this week. So I finally finished the Final Girl support group. Loved it. But again, like I was saying last week, it's really good fucking horror book, but it's not quite as extreme or fucked up as what I'm used to now.
No, not at all.
So I was missing that aspect of it, but overall it's a really solid book. Firecracker Kings did read that as well. Definitely more mild compared to his other stuff, but
Mhm.
I really fucking loved it, and that ending was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a really good ending. Very unexpected.
Yeah. And then I checked out Where the Monsters Are by Duncan Ralston. Uh, Duncan was one that somebody else had recommended, and most of his stuff's like a little longer. But I found one that was like an hour audiobook, so I threw it on at work. And for for only being an hour, it's fucked up. Like about a dad who his daughter is abducted and raped, and then left for dead. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
one.
it's about him kind of dropping everything in life and going after this person, going undercover and into like the pedo rings and shit.
Ugh.
And so it like I said, it's only like an hour. It's like 70 or 80 pages. So it doesn't go too detailed in the shit, but detailed enough. But yeah, it's a really good book. It was solid read. It was extreme and fucked up. But yeah, it was definitely one that was like hit a little closer to home because I have a 8-year-old daughter, so it was one of those like little uncomfortable to read type deals, but solid book regardless. And then I'm currently working on 2 books. So in audio format, I'm working on another Duncan Ralston book called Ghostland. And then I realized today that I have an art copy that I didn't realize I had for the past month. So I got to get that in of a book called Scurry by Sean Barber. So I'm working on both simultaneously like a boss.
Update. Coda says she loves Gothicana.
Yeah. She's probably the one that recommended it because I always save her videos and then I just pick like a random one that's on a list and read the synopsis. And I was probably just like, okay, I'll read that one.
Hell
I
yeah.
swear, like she's the one that I get all my book recommendations from for that stuff anyway. So I'm glad I said it right because I was like Gothikinia or something. I don't know.
What do we got for physical media pickups this week?
Dude. Okay, so before I get into my fucking uh actual DVDs, I got a candle. It is fucking stupid, like Captain Spaulding's fried chicken and waffles. And look at the inside.
Oh my God. I'm
But
so
it
excited.
smells so fucking good. Like it smells like fried chicken and syrup.
I need to find one because that's the best candle I've ever seen in my life.
I might have to buy one for you next time I go back. It's amazing. And then I got another one of my toys from the company that I love. The guy actually got this for me for free and got it signed for free. But it's signed by, is it Serena Williams or not Serena? Serena Vincent.
That would be wild if it was signed by Serena Williams.
So,
Yeah.
so it's the razor from fucking Cabin Fever, not the real razor, obviously, but yeah, full of blood. So Serena Vincent signed it for me, so that was very nice.
Oh yeah, that's so
And
dope.
you should definitely check out Bootleg as Fuck Toys because that's also where I got my substance file from as well. So awesome company, awesome people.
You should inject that activator and see what happens.
I thought about it. But all right, on to my movies. I saw this for $12 and I could not pick it up, but it's the whole Blu-ray of the Blade trilogy.
Hell yeah.
I got that. I got Godzilla -1. I didn't even check and see if it also has the black and white version. I don't see it on the special features, but love that movie. Glad I got it. I've never seen this on Blu-ray, so I had to pick up Terrifier, the first Terrifier on Blu-ray. And then I got Dawn of the Dead, the Monroeville Mall cut on Blu-ray, the OG Dawn of the Dead.
Did you see what the difference is? Like what makes the Monroeville Mall cut the Monroeville Mall cut? I'm very curious now.
No, I don't know.
Do they look through the top of the thing longer to look inside the mall?
It could be.
With more scenes of the mall.
I do want to try to watch this tonight, though.
Hell
And
yeah.
then I got my one and only steelbook this week. I got Renfield. I fucking love Renfield.
Weren't you looking for that like a couple weeks ago or something?
Well, I saw it was
It was in someone's video, right?
yeah, because Shane did a video of picking some movie up, and I saw Renfield next to it, and I'm like, I'm going to Walmart to get Renfield. So I got that, and then I got The Fucking Sadness.
Oh, that's so cool. Now you have the eyeball scene physical media.
It's one of my favorite movies, so I'm fucking pumped that I picked that up. But those are my pickups.
Crystal, did you get any pickups this week?
No, but hold on one second. I want to show you something that reminded me of that candle that you had. I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right.
I was hoping she was going to say she got another new car.
It's a brand new car. Also, but you say, no, I got this sick ass Sidney Prescott shirt though.
No, I've had this. So this reminded me of the candle that you have.
Oh, that is so. I like that more than my Reagan one.
I'm so jealous.
My sister got me this for Christmas, I think. So I love it because for a very long time, House of a Thousand Corpses was my favorite horror movie. Now it's Scream, but it still goes back and forth. It was just the anniversary of House of a Thousand Corpses, so I had to rewatch it. So, but I have so much stuff for House of a Thousand Corpses. Like I have this that's on my wall that I got at a horror convention. It was like hand done.
That's so sick.
I know, it's one of my favorite things that I have. So, yeah.
Love it. So last week I said that I behaved and I didn't buy anything. That was a lie.
Nope.
I forgot. I picked up another Grady Hendrix book.
Oh,
How
I
to
have
Sell a
that
Haunted
one.
House. Yeah, I forgot I scooped this up from Walmart. So I did lie to you all last week. I apologize. And then I went out today to a little like yard sale store type type deal
Mhm.
and scooped up Beetlejuice for $5.
Oh hell yeah.
I scooped a two pack salvage, which I don't think I've ever seen, and mortuary. Mortuary I saw years and years ago, and I remember
That
liking it.
Mortuary just started playing the other day for me because I had Mortuary Collection on. I love the Mortuary Collection. And when I saw Mortuary, I was like, damn, what movie is this? And made me want to watch it.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it, but I remember it being pretty good. It's got Denise Crosby in it from the best Pet Cemetery movie. I got District 9. I realized I didn't have this on physical media today for some reason, so
I
I
fucking love
found
that
it,
movie.
scooped it, and then I got Hostel 1 and 2 two pack.
I got
Fuck
it.
yeah.
Hostel so much.
Yep. It's like one's like I have a love-hate relationship with Hostel, but like I didn't own them, so it was like $4, so fuck it. So that's what I got this week.
Before we get into our topic, can I say what I did yesterday?
Absolutely.
So I got the candle and the shirt I'm wearing, this fucking ready to rumble fucking shirt, Jimmy King. So I went to the horror house. It's a shop, it's an indie shop in Chicago. They have all horror fucking stuff. That's where they have the candle, they have all these shirts, just crazy fucking cool stuff. But we also went to the coffee shop right next to it called The Brood, Brewed, but it's named after the David Cronenberg film The Brood. Also, a horror themed coffee shop,
I love that.
and even all of the like drinks are named after horror movies. Like I got the Reanimator drink last night. It's a cold brew mixed with tonic water. It sounds really weird, but it was good. It was different.
Was it green?
No, it wasn't green.
Damn it.
I wish it was. But yeah, so I guess every third week of the month on Thursday, they do deep cuts horror trivia. So me, my cousin D, and then one of the owners of the horror house, we were a group of three. Everybody else had groups of six and shit. Like people get serious about that shit. But we're like, yeah, let's just go do it. It'll be fun. And we still did really good. It was super fun. You will be very disappointed when I tell you the subject that we did the worst in.
What
Our
was it?
worst subject was Final Destination.
Oh
And I
no.
just rewatched.
What were the questions?
So I was excited. We're like, oh, we're gonna kill this one. I just rewatched all these fucking movies. And then they started asking the questions. I was like, these are the worst fucking questions I've ever fucking heard. I was pissed. But one of them was like, what is the connection to everybody's name in the first Final Destination? Like, what does everybody's names relate to? And obviously, it's all like horror directors and shit. Like Hitchcock, Browning, who else? But anyways, I was like, what the fuck? And then the other one was, I don't know how I missed this one, but it was what in part two, what was everyone's relationship to everybody that died in the first one? And I forgot, like they didn't get on a certain bus or something because it hit the teacher. Like everyone was related somehow. They were supposed to die in another accident, but one of their accidents like caused them from that happening. And then the one I did not fucking know was what song always played in part five.
I don't.
Exact,
It's always
exact.
yeah, because it's always a different. I feel like it's different songs for each one that keeps playing over and over again.
Yeah, because I remember the song in part three was like there's someone behind you or something like that always playing,
Oh
but
yeah.
I could not remember what it was for like part five. I guess it was like Dust in the Wind or some shit.
Hmm. Those are hard questions. Those are very
Yeah.
like niche questions
Mm-mm.
about the movie. You would think it would be like, be like, what caused the accident in Final Destination? Like, it's a log truck. Like, you would think
Yeah.
something like that, but
And then the other one was it was like multiple choice. Like which one of these did somebody not die from? And it was like falling out of a window, um getting impaled by a fence, and just other random ones. But I was like, it's either falling out of a window or getting impaled by a fence. But I specifically remember somebody getting impaled by a fence when they it was like
it was at the end of it was at the end of the movie.
yeah, it was like
Mhm.
cartoonized, animated.
Oh, wait. No, he didn't get impaled by the fence. He got sliced by the
The
fence.
barbed wire
Oh
fence.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That
Fire
was in part
fence.
two. But I
Mhm.
remember in one of like the animated things, somebody got impaled by a fucking fence. But and I was like, and then the one that for falling out of a window, the thing that came to mind first was fucking the dude in part one, but he gets killed by the ladder.
Yeah, I was gonna say he falls out the window. He slips on the spaghetti and then he
Yeah.
falls out
Yeah.
the
Part two, Spaghetti Boy.
I guess the lady that was getting LASIK surgery or something falls out of the window.
Oh,
So that was my
Mm.
guess, and we got that one wrong.
that's hard.
But
Yeah,
I
they are
mean,
hard.
It is hard because it's always like there's so many steps of how they're like before they actually die.
mhm,
You know what I mean? So you have to remember the trajectory of how everything actually happens because it's never
yeah,
usually except for the I guess the only one that would be like the tanning bed. Like the tanning beds were the only one from beginning to end.
yeah,
That would be the only time that they were actually killed from the first thing that they did. Everything else always has something that continues to happen. So,
yeah. But yeah, I mean, all the other categories were cool. There was like prequels, 80 shit. It was really fun time. There was like 7 or 8 different rounds and then 8 questions each round. So it was fun. We had a really good time. And like Fangoria sponsors it, so like it's a bunch of like you get the first two teams get um like a big bag of prizes and shit. So like they put a lot into it. It's cool.
It sounds awesome.
But yeah, we had fun. We didn't place in the top two, but it was still fun. There are so many people. Like it was at max capacity. They couldn't let anybody else in.
It's wild.
Yeah, it was cool. But yeah,
Next
so
time,
that's what I did yesterday.
hell yeah. Next time in Chicago, we gotta go.
Yeah, yeah, we'll have to time it right for it too for the trivia.
Yeah. It sounds like a blast.
Oh yeah. Oh, and also, so we did for next time. We are gonna have a team of 6. It's gonna be me, D, one of the owners, Vinny, that you met. He wasn't there. He was in Michigan yesterday. So we'll have the two owners. So that's 4, and then we'll have Raph, the one from Terror Threads that you know.
Mhm.
And then I think we're gonna hold interviews to see who wants to be our 6th. See if they can make the cut. But we're gonna fucking win it one of these times.
Hell yeah. I love that. All right, let's get into the main topic. So this week we're talking all about Final Girls. So
Laurie Strode.
yes, Laurie Strode. All about Laurie Strode. So I looked up a definition of a final girl or survival girl. Refers to the last girl or girls or woman alive to confront the killer, ostensibly the one left to tell the story. So I think we're gonna each have our top 6 of final girls. Doesn't actually have to be a final girl. Could be a final guy. Could be a final person. Whatever you see fit.
So I think with a lot of the final girl trope, it has to do a lot with violence and like the act of violence. So with more of like the popular final girls, like Laurie Strode, for example, she's kind of like introduced as this pure, she's shy, smart, innocent character. And she probably has never really encountered any kind of trauma or violence until the night that she meets Michael Myers. And her character in the story is contrasted against her friends. Because if you remember her friends in the story, we all remember her friends. They were like a little more promiscuous than she was. You know, they were smoking cigarettes and they were sleeping with their, boyfriends and things like that, versus her, who kind of just played by the rules. And she survived because she was reacting to the threat, like running away and hiding. Um, but then you have these final girls like Sydney Prescott, who they show more resilience from the beginning. So her history is way darker than Laurie Strode with like the murder of her mother and how that like impacted her life. Not saying that one is better than the other, but like Laurie Strode really fit the persona of what an average maybe girl would be in 1978. And then Sydney fit more of the persona of somebody from like 1996. I think the final girl has really, it's gotten like rougher around the edges as you kind of like move and the times as we're getting older. And sometimes they you see them use like their past traumas to fight back against these
Mhm.
evil things. Um, and one thing that always from the beginning, from Laurie Strode to all the modern final girls that we see, is they don't ever need to be saved by like a strong male leading character. Sure, like they might have gotten help along the way from them, but at the end of the day, it's all like the final battle is always between her and whatever evil like she's coming against due to her like own abilities. That's my answer.
I love that.
It's all about strong, independent women now.
Talking about breaking shit down.
Yeah.
God damn.
She's like a master at it now.
I love it.
It's my favorite thing to do, guys. I love deep diving into that stuff.
Your videos are so educational now. It's wild.
These are the themes of all the horror movies that you watch.
No,
But
it's awesome though. I love it. It is super educational. Like I'm not just trolling you.
We didn't
I
bring you
love
on
it.
this podcast to like talk and be friends. We just wanted you to be our teacher.
just wanted you to give you all the knowledge.
We needed a smart person on here.
Professor, you need to change your name to Professor Crystal.
I can change my name in the on the
There
Zoom.
we go.
Professor Crystal Horror 101. That's your new TikTok handle.
But yeah, I mean that's how you see it. Laurie Strode was really, she was kind of the outline, and then it's really just evolved ever since then. So yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, with that said, then let's get into our top six. So, who wants to kick it off with a favorite final girl?
I'll go. I don't know why I raised my hand like that, but so this one's actually very underrated. I'll be surprised if either of you have this, but I think she has the best character arc out of any final girl, and that is Tree Gelbman from Happy Death Day.
Mm.
Great pick. Not on my list, but a great pick.
Do you have it on your list?
In my honorable mentions.
Okay, cool. Dude, I don't like she's just such like she was a bitch. Like in the first movie, she sucked. Like she was rude, very shallow person. And I think that she just had like the best character arc out of any like final girl. Like she's a mean girl in the beginning. So I love Tree. I love Happy Death Day and Christopher Landon. So I had to put Tree in my list somewhere.
I love that. Great pick. Crystal, what do you got?
My first one is Christy Cotton from the Hellraiser series. I mean, in the movies, she like goes up against the Cenobites and she survives multiple times. And like she's not just like reacting to things, she's manipulating the situation and the puzzle box. Um, and even like when like Frank confronts her, she remains calm and she's able to get the lament configuration like away from him. And I think she also shows that she's strong, but she can also be vulnerable because, like, when things get bad, you can tell that she's scared and she's like, fuck. But she's also like, fuck it. I'm gonna keep going. I mean, do you guys remember the scene where she literally glues the villain's face to her own to fool the other villains?
Yeah.
Like, who does that? You know? So she's definitely one of my underrated final girls. And I just love the Hellraiser movies so much.
Hellraiser rips. I love
Mhm.
Hellraiser.
I wasn't allowed to watch that when I was a kid, but they
Neither
let
was
me
I,
watch
but
everything else.
that was one of the first ones I remember seeing. Fucked me up.
I think I didn't see Hellraiser till I was like in my 20s.
Hell yeah. I love that. All right. So mine, I'm going with Mary Beth Dunstan from Hatchet.
Damn, I fucking love that. Why didn't I fucking think of that?
Yeah, so I mean, I prefer Daniel Harris in the sequels, but it's the same character. So
Really, I'm the opposite.
really,
Yeah, I like the first actress.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. I
I
just
mean,
love Daniel
I
Harris.
love Danielle Harris, but I just thought I just enjoyed her more.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But I do love the character. I mean, she goes up against Victor Crowley numerous times, and he's one of the scariest motherfuckers out there. And she holds her own. So I gotta give it to her. Mary Beth for number 6.
Hell yeah. Oh, my turn now.
Your turn.
I had to put her because I just watched this movie, and this movie hits me in the fucking feels every time. And it's like a hybrid Final Girl, I guess you can say, but it's Max Cartwright from The Final Girls.
Love it.
It's just such a fucking meta and just fun movie. Like it literally almost makes me cry every time I watch that movie.
It's sad as fuck.
It's so good though. And then the ending is so perfect. I just love it. And like it's hard to like talk about it quickly, but like a deep dive, like her mom's like an OG final girl in like an actual movie. Well, no, I think her mom actually dies. She's not an actual final girl. But they get trapped inside the movie and then Max turns into like a final girl in this movie. It's just so fucking fun. And I never knew before that it's only PG-13.
Mhm.
I never knew that. Because it's got decent gore, but yeah, there's no fucks, no boobs, like
No
nothing
fucks.
bad. Like it's a heartfelt, like you can watch it with your family movie.
It is so good. It's like a horror last action hero.
It is, yes. Yes, that movie's a 10 out of 10 for me. Like I can never get tired of that movie.
This is a good one.
So yeah, Max Cartwright.
Let's see. My next one is this one was kind of hard because it was Sarah Carter from The Descent. Um, so I like The Descent. I mean, obviously it's about a group of strong women. I think what I like most about the way that it's kind of a little bit of a different final girl is like her arc in the movie is like just it's like really intense. So in the beginning of the movie, she's like seriously emotionally like shattered and traumatized. Um, but she's like in the beginning, it's like she's weaker than everybody else, but she ends up being like this badass final girl. Um, I did like Juno. Juno was cool, but then you kind of figure out what she did to Sarah.
Mhm.
I was gonna say, fuck Juno.
Yeah, and then you're like, no, and I'm not saying that I agree with everything that Sarah did down in the caves, but I really liked watching her evolve and kind of respond to the elements around her and not sinking away, kind of like because you could just tell in the beginning of the movie that she was like, "Are you sure this is a good idea?" and all this, and then when everything starts to happen, um she really does kick some ass. So I like her a lot.
I love that. Did she survive though? That's the question.
I guess it depends on which ending that you see, because I guess there's two different versions. So
I like the UK ending.
That's the one where she's still stuck in there, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one too.
Because the sequel, like it makes more sense off of that one.
Yeah, agreed. Yep. All right. So my number five is Jess Bradford from Black Christmas, 1974.
She's on my list too. I mean, argumentatively, she's the first final girl.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love Olivia Hussey. She was a boss. But yeah, I love Black Christmas. One of my favorite movies ever. So I couldn't not put Jess on there. There she is.
The first time I ever watched that movie, I couldn't believe that it was from the 70s because it was frightening.
It's still scary as fuck.
It
Yeah.
is. And I was not expecting that when I first watched it because I feel like I watched it when I was in my like earlier 20s and I just was not expecting it to be that creepy. I was like, wait, this movie's from the 70s?
Yeah, the phone
Like,
calls so unsettling.
mm-hmm,
Just the language.
Dude, yeah.
I love it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that movie still goes. It's still the best one out of all the damn Black Christmas movies, and arguably one of the best 70s horror movies. It still holds up. I think the best out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to cheat. I'm taking Jess off mine, so I don't have the same ones.
Fair enough. I've got
Cat.
backups in case
Okay, cool.
there's a double. So
Cat from the Sadness.
oh
So she's more of a classic final girl. She hides and runs and adapts instead of fights, like the newer ones you were talking about. But I don't think there's like fighting like these people in the Sadness and winning.
yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, like it's one of like the most savage fucking movies like ever. And like she fucking makes it.
I love that answer.
Ugh.
I'm proud of that one. I just thought of that one on the whim because the Sadness case is right here, and I was like, "Fuck, he took Jess from me."
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's hard not to talk about Cat. I mean, it's not a franchise or anything, but it's definitely a final girl that needs to be talked about because she goes through some shit and sees some shit. So
Yeah, absolutely.
and
I think I've only ever watched The Sadness one time.
yeah, it's a one and done for a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know if I could watch it again. And the thing is, though, I loved it when I watched it,
Mhm.
but I don't know if I can revisit that again.
Even Coda really liked that one.
I really, really liked it a lot. It was so good, but it's just so nasty.
For me, it's like a 35 and done.
Yeah, I can't even tell you how many times I watched it.
That's fun.
I wonder. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I wonder how many times I watched Evil Dead 2013.
I thought of you because I was on Tubi earlier and it was on there.
Yeah, it is on Tubi. I mean, it's not like I'd watch it on Tubi, but
I know. And then I thought of you too again because I was like, he wouldn't watch this because that doesn't have all the extra scenes in it.
did you see my video I did of not watching Evil Dead? I rented it just to have it on the background for that video.
It was on Tubi.
He texted me that. He was like, I may or may not have rented this just for this video. And my only response was, I fucking love you. Like,
Anytime I watch it, I rent it because they deserve all the residuals they can get.
Uh,
I have it on like 4 different copies of physical media. It's on Tubi. It's on Shudder. I don't give a fuck.
it's on it's on like 4 different TVs in your house for each streaming thing. You also have it playing too. I think the creepiest scene in The Evil Dead for me from 2013 is when she's in the fucking ground and her face is in that fucking plastic bag. I can't watch that scene. It is so fucking creepy. I can't. I have to look away. It is too creepy. Is he gonna pull out her fucking head in a bag?
No, I wish.
Like waiting for you to be like, put it in the camera frame. I hate that scene. It's so good, but I hate it. So mine is Anna. I think that's how you pronounce her name from Dawn of the Dead, the remake from 2004.
Sarah Polly.
Yep.
great pick.
I love that movie so much. I feel like that was one of the first zombie horror movies I watched when I was younger because my mom loves zombie movies and she thought I would like this one. So I watched this one and I love this movie so, so much. And I just think that she gets like she deserves way more credit as a final girl, in my opinion, because she was a nurse
Mhm.
and she like provided the medical aid to everybody, to the survivors. She also like reacts really quickly and she adapts to the new world of the zombie infection really quickly. Like she was just like, okay, we need to work together, we need to figure this out. And she was the one that figured out that once someone is bitten, they would come back as a zombie.
Mhm.
Nobody else had figured that out. So I absolutely love that movie and I love her so much in that movie. And I feel like she doesn't get mentioned as much as a final girl.
Did you see it in theaters?
I didn't see it in theater. No, came out in 2004, so I don't remember how old I was.
Awesome experience for a either 13 or 14-year-old, whatever I was.
Yeah, it ripped.
All right, Ian, what do you got?
Real quick on Crystal's point as far as her being overlooked. I feel like she may be overlooked because it's like a whole group of survivors at the
Mhm.
end. Um, but I mean, she is a final girl though, absolutely. So, but I feel like that might be why. But I love that pick. That's great.
Mhm.
So my next one is going to be Laurie Strode, but it's the Rob Zombie version of Laurie Strode.
Oh,
Okay,
phew!
which one is it?
Scout Taylor Compton. It's kind of both combined because I enjoy her performance in the first one, and it is very similar to the Laurie Strode we know from the original. But what really does it for me is the the kind of going into the second one because I feel like her performance and just the character, like that, that whatever, like description of PTSD is like fucking phenomenal, and we don't really ever see that. Like very rarely do we see that in sequels where like a character survives, seeing them be that fucked up. And like that movie has its issues, but I love that aspect of it. And I think I mean I have love for OG Laurie Strode, the original like in the first movie. But obviously we all know I'm not a fan of Jamie Lee Curtis, and I think Scout Taylor Compton like just kills that role. So I definitely prefer her over JLC. So that's what I'm going with.
Scout Taylor Compton was in that Desert Fiends movie.
Oh, that's right. Isn't that? Yeah.
But I'm piggybacking. I already had this picked before you said this though. But going off of the trauma and PTSD route is my next pick is Sienna Shaw.
Hell
Mm,
yeah.
it was a good one.
So just like you said, like how Rob Zombie really played very well off of those aspects in his sequel. I think they do a great job with that with Sienna. And I mean, she already has a little bit of trauma losing her dad in Terrifier 2, which she's introduced. But then Terrifier 3, she's just a fucking mess from the trauma she went through.
Agreed.
So that's another reason why, like, I think, like, I just love the Terrifier franchise. And I think it's a lot deeper than people say, oh, it's just gore. Like, there's nothing to it. Like, no, it's actually pretty deep once you think about it. So,
Mhm.
and it just shows that Sienna is like a very layered character.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll be the first to admit I was one of those people that just said it's all gore and that there's no story. But the more that I watch it and I watch each one, like I get it. Like each time I pick up on more. So I will admit that I talk shit, but I've seen the error of my ways.
But I mean, even if you don't see it like that, there's still fun movies to watch and you still had fun with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I just love what Damien Leone does, and he reveals a little bit more with each sequel. So I'm pumped for 4. So we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah,
Mm,
Sienna Shaw is, I don't even know what number this is.
third, four, I think.
Yeah, this would be four for you.
Okay. So yeah, Sienna Shaw.
I also think too, kind of going back to your point about Terrifier being all gore, is maybe you could stand on that if there was only one.
Mhm.
No, because as you start to get into two into three, that's where it kind of starts to build out
Absolutely.
more into two into three. So
That I do agree with.
yeah. So yeah, if you just take it at face value of Terrifier just from the beginning, sure, it is. It is kind of just a lot of gore, but you know, we'll never beat the allegations. Horror fans are crazy. So, okay, my next one is Maddie from Hush. Um,
Oh, yes.
yeah. Love, 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 love that movie so much. So I think what's really cool about her being a final girl is she lives, of course, she's deaf, but she has autonomy of her entire body. So of everything. She lives alone. She lives her life as like a novelist, like she's by herself. She has full agency of herself. So that alone just shows you that Maddie is capable of taking care of herself and also defeating the bad guy. And her power as a final girl is kind of shown through how clever she is from the beginning of the movie. So it kind of sets her up as being like, okay, she's already a badass because she's deaf, but she's living a better life than like a lot of people who have all of their senses. Um, and she's a little bit different than another final girl who as I mentioned before, who might come off a little bit more fragile when they meet like a Freddie or a Michael.
Mhm.
Her, like, she uses her wits and her smarts to outsmart the man in the mask. So I absolutely love that movie, and I love Maddie as a final girl.
I love that answer. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Another great answer. So we're going OG. We're going Ripley from Alien.
Hell yeah. She's on my list too, but
Hell yeah.
I'm keeping Ripley on there.
As you should. Yeah, Ripley's one of the most badass final girls of all time. Even before it was kind of a final girl was a term. So yeah, everything about Ripley, at least from the first two movies. Absolute badass, takes on aliens, doesn't give a fuck. I love her.
Love that.
My turn.
Your turn.
I'm sure this one's a no-brainer, but Mia.
Shocker.
Literally my favorite movie ever. Not my favorite final girl, but Jane Levy's Mia is one of my favorite characters. Like she literally dies, comes back, and just one of the fucking gnarliest like third acts in a movie ever. Besides the substance, pretty on par with each other. But no, I mean Mia is like you can't even say she's like the girl version of Ash because they're so completely different. And it's not, and like I don't think that 2013 is a remake of the OG. But yeah, like Mia just brings a lot of different things to the table than Ash did. I mean, the only similar thing is what she loses her fucking arm. But
Mhm.
I mean, she's a badass. She overcomes addiction. She she tries to run away, but there's no running away from the fucking cabin because the vines will get you. The vines will get you.
Mm.
But yeah, like it's just hard to not put her in the conversation with how hard just the third act of that movie goes and what she goes through. I mean, what she was already going through when the movie started. So it's she's also a character that's very layered.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, she was an addict. She becomes a deadite. She dies, and then comes back and just fucks shit up.
Yeah, she's one of the most terrifying villain characters, while also being one of the most badass final girl characters.
Dude, her deadite is fucking terrible. Don't cut it off.
Mhm. She's like, "Mm?"
When she's under those floorboards,
Yeah,
dude, it's
that's what I
fucking insane. Yeah. She's like, don't cut it off.
mean. So creepy.
Uh,
No, I totally agree. That's such a good, thinking about it too, with you saying that, she is one of the only final girls, at least that I can think of off the top of my head, that becomes like taken over by something. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm sure there's other, I mean, if you want to count like Reagan as the final girl from like The Exorcist or something, but that's a little bit different. But like if you think about it, like really, like she's one of the final girls that's kind of in a category all of her own, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Um, because not only is she, of course, from the beginning very rough around the edges because of her addiction, but then she gets completely taken over and then she fights back against it and then she wins.
Yeah, because she's
So,
fighting more than one battle.
right, right. Yeah, I think she's honestly in a category all of her own. And I don't know, that might have just skewed me a little bit into thinking that she's one of my favorite final girls now.
Mia's
Honestly,
a Mia's a bad bitch.
Yeah, she is.
yeah. I never thought about it that way. Hmm, very cool. Okay, my next one, this will make you guys laugh, is Ashley from Better Watch Out. And the note that I have here is fuck those kids.
Oh, better watch out. I was thinking,
Yeah, for real.
You're
Fuck.
Next, and I was like, that's not her name in You're Next.
No, the Christmas
Yeah,
one.
the Christmas one. Home Alone on crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a note and then I started laughing because I was like, I feel like they're gonna laugh at that because
Fuck
it's
them kids.
all it just says fuck them kids. No, I like that movie a lot, and I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is going on? And they kind of set her up as being this like kind of typical teenage girl who like doesn't pay attention to anything. She's always on her phone. But then like when things start to change, she's really observant of everything around her and she's able to outwit Luke, who's obviously a
Mhm.
psychopathic 12-year-old in the movie. Um, and I don't know. I just thought that I just think that she's great in that movie, especially at the end when she covers her wound with the duct tape. He thinks that she's dead and
Mhm.
she's like, "No, I'm actually not dead." So I feel like she's kind of underrated when it comes to when in that movie. So I like her a lot.
Another great pick. Love it. So my number two, or whatever, number five, number two, whichever way we're going. Um, it would be Mia, but I already knew you were gonna have that. So I'm gonna pull a wild card, but I'm gonna hold on to that wild card just until you say your number one. So I'm gonna pull another wild card it's not actually my number two, but it is a good final girl that I like, and it's a bit of a surprise, and it's Heather Miller from Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Shut the fuck up.
3D. Oh my goodness. Wait,
It's
which one?
Alexandra
Yeah. Oh my
Alexandra
God. What's the
Daddario.
one line that she's
It is.
Adam cousin or
Go
something?
get him, cuz.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Uh,
That
I
that line
do.
aside, I do like that
I
character.
love her.
Yeah, because I mean she had no idea. She just rolled into this place with her friends. Her friends get fucked up.
That
She's
is so
running for
funny,
her
though.
life. And then she finds out she's family. So yeah. And I love Alexander Daddario.
Mhm.
So
Me too.
right. So that's my wild card.
That's funny because I'm throwing a wild card next too.
Fair enough.
I'm giving my number one next, so nobody takes her before me.
I think we're on
And
number one, aren't we?
is
mhm,
it? Oh, it is number one?
Yeah.
mhm.
Oh fuck. Oh well. Okay, then I'll just use her as a honorable mention. But my number one is Erin Harson. Yes, yes.
Same. That's forever my favorite final girl.
Me too. Erin from Your Next is literally the most badass final girls of anyone. She's got like literally like special forces training and shit.
Yeah,
And
that was on mine too. So
that
I
was
don't,
your number one?
yeah, so
That's
Hell
okay,
yeah.
that's actually
I have
awesome.
another one. That's fine. I have another one.
That's actually awesome that Erin was all of our number ones.
Yep, yep, that was mine.
That's so sick.
I was like, she's gonna be my number one.
All right, fuck it. Let's have a round table discussion about Erin then.
Right?
Dude, I mean, I think your next is literally my number one home invasion movie.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
it's funny that the masks are simple but fucking still creepy, and like just the tone of the movie just perfect for me.
Hmm.
Like you got Adam Wingard, fucking that whole Ty West is in it. It's just a fun fucking movie.
I think I went into it not expecting what it was
Mhm.
because I think I like randomly saw the cover of it, whatever streaming platform it was on, and I read the synopsis of it and I was like, okay, I guess I'll just see what this is. This was like a while ago. And then I started watching it and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this movie. And then everything kind of went crazy. And I was just like, actually, this movie is really badass and I love it so much.
Mhm.
And I can't even, I don't even know how many times I've seen it since then.
It's
So,
so fun. Ian, do you remember the first time you watched it?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters. So I didn't know anything about it. I think I just saw the poster, maybe
yep.
a trailer.
Mhm.
But yeah, I went to the theater and saw it, and so I had no expectations. Didn't really know what it was about, and yeah, once it like kind of unraveled, and you get the kind of twist that Aaron has all this training, I was like, holy fuck! Like this just changed the fucking game. And from that point on, she was my forever favorite final girl.
Mm. My first watch, I didn't get to see it in the theaters. I was in the military at the time, so I forgot what I was doing. But when I did watch it, I lived in the barracks at the time, but my best friend in the military, he like went on vacation with his family. He's like, "Hey, can you watch my house for like a week?" I was like, "Yeah,
Shut
sure." And already this house, like we swore it was fucking haunted,
up.
dude. But yeah, I watched it alone in a fucking like I'm like freshly like 21, so I'm young or 20, my early 20s. But yeah, watched it alone in a big house in the ghetto that was probably haunted too. So it was an experience. I was pretty scared.
I wouldn't have been able to sleep if I read after watching that. Absolutely not. Absolutely
He had a
not.
big dog.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But yeah, it was an experience. I mean, I loved it. It was just scary. Like I guess like the environment I was in is what made the movie scary to me. Because I mean, I was freshly 21. I lived on the barracks and shit my whole life. Like I never had like an apartment or house myself yet. So just staying there alone, watching that and the type of area I was in and shit, it was just awesome experience.
Amazing.
But yeah, I mean, fucking get back to Aaron. Aaron is a badass. And I hate that she hasn't really done much after.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's only been in a few movies since then.
It's a shame.
It is. Yeah,
Mhm.
because Sharni Vincent's fantastic.
Mhm.
I'd love to see her in more stuff.
Yeah, I think we even had a conversation with Nick about her as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I love that we all had her as number one. All right, let's talk about fucking honorable mentions.
What do you got?
My first honorable mention, I was gonna have Sydney Prescott on my list, but I forgot to actually give her a place. But Sydney was like the first like watching a movie, like first time watching a movie, and I was just like enthralled by like a female character as a kid. Like not that I had like a big crush on her or anything, which I did have a crush on her as a kid, but I was like, this girl's like a badass. Like she's fucking Ghostface up.
My favorite,
So
my favorite, probably, well, I don't know. I love Mia now just because of the way that you laid it out. But before this, prior to this, Sydney Prescott was my favorite final girl ever.
Scream is my all-time favorite. The first Scream is my all-time favorite slasher.
Me too. Absolutely. 100%.
But yeah, I mean, also again with trauma, Sydney lost her mother.
Hmm.
She doesn't know where her father is this whole fucking movie. So it's just yeah, she's just another one that kind of deals with trauma, but doesn't like hit you in the fucking head with a hammer with it the whole time.
Hmm.
But yeah, Sydney's just a badass. And that was like one of the first ones where like, damn, this like going back from like the 70s and watching up until then, like Sydney was like the first like big badass of a final girl besides Ripley.
Right. Yeah, she's on my honorable mention list as well. Because yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the character at this point, But the
Mhm.
first one, like,
Oh my
absolutely.
God. The trilogy, like she's so good, and
Yes. That's where the character should have ended, in my opinion.
The
I agree.
trilogy, yeah.
I absolutely agree. Like, cool. Four was cool.
I do love four.
I think four is very very meta for the fans, if
Mhm.
that makes sense. Even five too. Five is very much meta for the fans. Um, but for Sydney Prescott as her character, yeah, three should have been it, in my opinion. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do for this new one. I don't even want to talk about it, so
I
I
know.
don't even want to talk
We
about it.
have our theories, but I feel like it's not going to go the way we want.
But yeah, as far as that first one though, I mean that whole movie was a game changer, and Sydney the same as far as final girl, because yeah, I mean, like Crystal was saying at the beginning there, like it was always that kind of stereotype of like no drugs, no drinking, no sex, like that's what you had to, yeah, you had to fit that criteria in order to be a final girl. And with Scream kind of coming in and changing the game, they did that with Sydney as well. Like she literally gets laid right before the finale,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
still becomes the final girl. So yeah, I mean, and Nev Campbell was phenomenal in that role in that movie. So yeah, she definitely deserves some respect for that movie at least.
Hot take. Nev Campbell's best movie is Wild Things.
Oh,
I fucking love
shocker.
Wild Things.
Shocker, you would say that. No, I'm just
Dude,
kidding.
Wild Things rips.
She's absolutely stunning in that movie. So,
Nev Campbell and Denise Richards is a duo that can't be beat.
so
So my wild card, uh, that I wasn't sure if you're going to have it, Colby, because you surprised us a few episodes back when Ray was on, and I was going to say Sarah Connor.
Damn. I didn't think about that.
I was actually going to add that to my honorable mention, but I was like, I don't know if that would fit the theme. So, but
Yeah, I mean, she's a
does.
final girl. I
Yeah.
love her arc though as well. It's kind of like the Rob Zombie Halloween. Like
Mhm.
she's kind of the damsel in distress, quote unquote, in the first movie, and then becomes a badass at the very end. But then with Terminator 2, she's just full on badass.
Mhm.
I I love her in that movie. So yeah, I think I mean, like Colby said before, at least the first Terminator is very much a slasher.
Mhm.
So I feel like Sarah Connor is very much a final girl.
You can definitely add her in that. Fuck. Did you think I was going to put her in my list?
I thought maybe. I wasn't sure.
Damn. I'm happy with putting Cat in my list, though.
Oh yeah. Solid choice for sure. What do you have, Crystal?
So I kind of went a different route than you guys. So I know that we kind of all been talking about like women. So I have guys actually in my honorable
I
mentions.
wanted to ask what's the guy that comes first to mind for you guys. So I love that you're bringing this up.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is going to be in any of your guys' minds, but like I have Elijah Wood from The Faculty.
Yes.
I love that movie. I have Josh from Halloween H2O.
Yes. I love him and his haircut.
Um,
Josh Hartnett is my favorite final guy of all time.
Yes.
Just him. Not even a role, just him.
I have Alex from The Final Destination. I have Paxton in the first Hostel. Obviously, we know what happens to him in the next one.
I
So at
love
least.
Jay Hernandez.
Mhm.
hmm
Then I have Chris from Get Out.
I almost put him on there.
Yeah. And then I have Finney from The Black Phone. So
Oh, I love that.
yeah,
Nice.
those are mine.
You didn't
Um,
name the one final guy that comes to mind first for me, though.
is it my favorite of all time?
I don't know.
Ashley J. Williams.
Oh, no.
Well, that's my answer.
Mine's Tommy Jarvis.
Oh hell yeah.
I was gonna put him on my list too, but I figured one of you guys would say it, so I didn't put it on the honorable mentions.
Yeah,
I love
Tommy
that.
Jarvis is definitely like I'm not a big Friday the 13th guy, but Tommy Jarvis is hard not to put him in the conversation.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
he's just the first one that comes to mind for final guys for me.
Mhm.
It's Ash forever and always. He's when it comes to final people, he's probably my number one.
Dude, Ash is the best. He's so good and he's so good at fucking things up.
Oh yeah, I love him.
Uh,
Quite a character.
I had another one on my list too, but I put it on there because of the movie and not so much the final girl. But it's Taylor Gentry from Behind the Mask.
oh, hell yeah.
I don't think she's a good final girl, but I love the movie.
It's a good pick because, yeah, the movie's fantastic.
Yeah. But yeah, she kind of bugs me to be honest, because he literally lays his whole plan out in front of her for the first half of the movie, and then she falls into every single trap in the second half.
Oh. Oh, I just thought of news that we didn't bring up.
What's the news?
I actually saw 2 new trailers today.
What you got?
Him,
Yeah, I watched it too.
That shit looks
the
dope.
the Marlon Wayans movie looks fucking crazy. Everyone keeps saying Jordan Peele movie, but he only produced
He's
it.
a producer.
Yeah. Looks fucking wild. Not what I expected. And then I saw in the theater today the new trailer for 28 Years Later.
Mm. I thought you were Ian. I thought you were going to bring those up, and then I forgot to say them because
I just remembered them.
What did you think him was going to be about?
I thought I knew like the plot, like about a retired like football player like coming to close to his retirement, training this other guy. I thought he was just gonna get him like addicted because they like fucking kept it under wraps a little bit. I thought they were just gonna get him like addicted to drugs and all this fucked up shit like that football players do. So didn't expect to be like satanic and fucked up like that.
Yeah, it's giving like he's making a deal with like the Illuminati
Yep.
and the devil kind of thing.
Looks so good.
That one part in the trailer where the guy is standing in front of the football shoot, I don't know what the hell it's called. The thing that shoots the football and
Mhm.
fucking going in his face.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I think it's gonna have like really strong underlining messages of CTE as well.
So is that the thing that Aaron, what's his name, had where
Yeah.
okay, that's what I thought it was too, because the first clip that you see where it starts to kind of shift
Where
into
it's like brain rattles.
yeah, so it shows like the skeleton or the
Mhm.
X-ray or
The
whatever.
X-ray.
And I was like, oh, I wonder if he's gonna go crazy because he gets hit too many times.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Because think
That's
about it.
not
It could
cool,
be
but you know what I mean.
think about it. It could be all in his head from fucking CTE, all the shit that he's seeing and we're seeing in the trailer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that could explain like what Aaron Hernandez and these other athletes that went fucking crazy saw.
Oh, that's so creepy. I just got chills. That's so creepy.
Because there's never
Oh.
been a movie done like that. I think that would be fucking brilliant.
Oh, that's scary. That's like more psychological horror more than anything. Could you imagine if it's like, what are you talking about? None of this is happening.
Mhm.
Like all the weird stuff that you see. Whew, that's a concept for a movie. I'm excited to see that movie.
Yeah, regardless, I can't wait for him. It's one of my most anticipated now.
I'm so excited to see that movie.
Yeah, it looks so good.
And then Ian, are you for sure going to see Sinners tomorrow?
I believe I don't wouldn't say for sure, but I'm gonna try to. Yeah,
Dude, I can't wait.
I'll let you know.
Crystal, you got to go see it.
I shall.
I'm a huge Michael B. Jordan fan as well. Like I've loved Michael B. Jordan since Friday Night Lights. I was a huge fan of that show. But anything Michael B. Jordan does, like Fruitvale Station, Creed, I fucking love all of his movies. And I gotta
Fantastic Four.
say, yeah, actually, that's the one I didn't watch. But I gotta say, this is easily his best performance and his best movie.
He's
yeah, I'm
so
stoked.
hot. I want to see it in theaters.
Dude, I even fucking think he's hot. He's a good looking man.
He is absolutely,
He's got perfect teeth and a jawline
and a jawline.
and really smooth looking skin.
What else? Keep going.
I was gonna keep going until you guys said something.
We should have just stayed silent, let you keep going. turn our
I'm glad
mics
because I
off,
started running out of shit.
put ourselves on mute. Just let you keep going.
But no, it's cool. Oh wait, no, I don't want to give anything else away.
I was gonna say I don't really know. Honestly, I don't even want
Hmm.
to say what I think it's about because I don't know if it's true or not. So
No, I love that you know nothing about it.
I
I
That's
know
fucking
nothing
awesome.
about it because I honestly, like I said, I thought it was an action movie because you know how sometimes like action can be kind of thriller, can be kind of horror, can be kind of all those things. So it's just like, oh, everybody's just talking about an action movie. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about an action movie. So I didn't even whatever. So
Hell yeah, that's amazing. All right, well, do we have anything else before we wrap it up?
No, I'm pumped to watch the Monroe Mall edition of Dawn of the Dead tonight.
Yeah, I need to know what's different about it.
I hope nothing.
Probably not. It just says Monroeville Mall Edition.
there's like yeah, it's like we were saying, there's like one section where there's more of them all.
Oh, but yeah, that
Or
I was gonna start talking about it, but I never did. So those three, the Sadness, Terrifier, and Dawn of the Dead, I bought those from the Brood Coffee Shop. I didn't get
Okay.
those from the horror house. They had like some pretty obscure Blu-rays and like VHSs, but the Brood has like Arrow Video, fucking Vinegar Syndrome movies, Terror Vision movies, just like the fucking coolest movies that me and you are always looking for.
That's amazing.
I could have spent so much more money there.
I love it. Yeah, I'll definitely have to hit that up next time.
One of
I'm
these
into town.
times, yeah, we're gonna have like Crystal and you come out, and like I'll bring you to all the cool spots in Chicago. We'll have to think of like a cool con to bring both of you guys out for.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Crystal can just hang out with Coda the whole fucking time, talk about books.
Talk about smutty books.
But yeah, that's all I have.
Chris, you got anything else?
nope.
Nope. Nothing at all. All right. Well, I guess that's it. That's it for our final girl episode.
Oh, also thank you, Spencer, for doing our intro for us.
That's right. Appreciate it, Spencer. But yeah, that'll do it for another week of House of Ghouls. Again, make sure you hit us up on the socials, each of our individual ones, as well as the podcast. All the links are in the show notes. But yeah, for another week, thank you all for watching and listening. Be safe out there, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
What if everything you know is someone else's dream?
There you go. That's it.